Hello there, fellow NPCs. I am Scythe, and today we're getting back into Love Sucks. And we have been having some nice talks with both Jan and Anna now, so we know a lot more about them. And in the last video, we're also, going to the Mirror Hall to have some invisible fun with Jan, if you want. So yeah. And we are getting closer and closer to the end of tonight, because sometimes you are just simply put forced to do that boobies time. So we'll see if when it will be pretty soon that I'm done with this game, I believe. But for now, let's see how much more we can squeeze out of these two ladies before the night is over. Let's go. So I don't quite remember what we have left on these places, so I'm going to be checking the arcade. I've done everything there, even if this game doesn't remember everything, but let's see, or rather this run doesn't remember everything, and so it's not optimized. Head for the midway. Which one is that? And we just went there. Okay. Fountain Courtyard, that's this place, right? And the college fair, where is that? And it's this place. Okay, good. Because something that I've been wanting to do that I've always been missing out on because I'm a big dum-dum is to play some D&D with Trouble. So let's do that. Trouble was there, standing outside her drop-in TNT game, trying to attract some new players. She gave Kurt a big smile and a friendly wave, but otherwise left him to it. She had a feeling Kurt was busy. Heh. Ow! Oh! Wait, is this just a question mark, or are we gonna meet Trouble here? Because she has the same clip on her head. So that's something we wanna do. We already done this one. But I don't know if we remember it, basically. Spooky arts and crafts, ooh. Trebuchet. Oh, that's not without Jan. Okay, did not know that. But I want to see where this goes, so let's go with that. As the three traveled around the students' festival, Kurt heard his name. His actual name. Nope, no one on that one. Hey, Theo! Sarah had a picnic table set up covered in maps, miniatures and dice. So this is where you've been holed up. Yep, Addie has left after the third time. Yeah, see, here it is. Okay, so she has this as a necklace, but this is what we had over the carving thing. So I'm guessing either we get a special thing now with the carving, basically because we've already done it once, so we know what we're doing, we have some skills, or Trouble is going to show up there. How do you end up doing this? Well, after you, she coughed, secure things to do, I talked to Adam. He had lots of people helping with the charity events. He was worried for the fair. He told me to set up something I'd enjoy doing with others. So I got out toils and trebuchets, and I'm running a one-shot of the Delver of Draconis. With the esteemed Dr. Madclaw and his lovely co-stars, care to join my adventure? Ugh, cool. Not quite my scene, I don't think. Mine neither. Anna seemed terribly embarrassed and Jan looked at her. Can you make characters? Oh yeah, the system is easy. Jan took Anna's hand and put it into Kurt's. Help her create one. She's always wanted to play. Anna turned so red Kurt thought she had started transforming on the spot. Jan! Jan started walking away with a huge smile on her face. She gave a small wave. Later, nerds. Hell yeah. Anna let out a whimper. Sitting at the table, Anna looked nervous in front of her character sheet. So, one thing I want to say, this is obviously Troubles and Trebuchets, or whatever it's called. It's a ripoff of Dungeons and Dragons. I was recently watching Flash, and they were introducing that game to Joe, Flash adoptive dad. But he doesn't get the game because, according to the main B plot of the series, he's just too old and refuses to learn new things. But I would have appreciated it far more if Runk, or whatever his name is, Chester, had said, "Hey, I'm sorry about last time, Joe. I put you through. I put you in the deep end from the beginning with Dungeons and Dragons. This I should have done better. So let's play some simpler game. For example, Dread. It's basically Jenga. I would have loved to see that, because we as a role-playing community know what it's like to be cast out, or outcast I mean. So we should be able to pull people in better after all of these decades, you know? That's a me thing, but that's what I think. They should, we need to show that there are more RPGs than just D&D out there. That's my opinion. Now let's continue. Sitting at the table, Anna looked nervous in front of her character sheet. Do you know what type of character you want to play? Anna fidgeted. You know, if Jan forced you to come here and you don't want to be... No, I just never played in public before. That's A-okay. Everyone can be nervous the first time. You just be who you want to be. Anna's hands fidgeted. Then, I'd like to be a paladin, please. Love domain. She knows her stuff if she knows the domains. A bit dark there we go. Do you have a name for your character? The embarrassment dropped from her face for a moment. Oh, the embarrassment dropped. Anastasius, defender of truth and love. Yeah, she's been looking forward to this. She seemed to be riding a high and then collapsed back down again. There you go. So inventive. Better than this basic bitch over here playing a human fighter again. Theo. It's a totally valid build type with the extra feet. Yeah. I guess. I have only played... Well, I haven't actually ever played D&D for real. I did attempt to play it, but I had to travel out of town every weekend, which simply didn't work for me. So that was unfortunate. I had to stop playing after 1 or 2 months. You don't need all that fancy magic when you're just really good at casting sword. Kurt told Anna quickly make her character sheet, and then the adventure began. Delvirus of Draconis was one of the Trouble's specialties, and Kurt had already played it, and she was very good at it. She wove a tale of the evil Baron Draken in a fortress, plaguing the poor townsfolk of Draconis. It wasn't the most creative plot ever, but it was perfectly serviceable for a one-shot. Anna, however, was hanging on every word. Oh, hell yeah! Show me Anastasius, or whatever your name was. Anastasius was... Holy crap, that's difficult to read. Anastasius was smiting villains left and right, working through the fortress with Jon Madclaw, Kurt's character. Finally, they got to the big bad. The towering lord greets you both with evil, ominous laughter behind his massively cowled helmet. Pesky adventurers, it is time to face your doom. Roll for initiative. Wait, Anna shuffled through her character sheet. I think I have an idea. Go ahead. Anna pursed her lips as a smile came upon her face. No! Charm does not work like that. I want to roll to charm him. Trouble's face contorted. Yeah, because that is just a stereotype. Charm. You got strong saves as the big bad. As a paladin, I get a +8 to rolls when casting spells or using skills using my domain. And as I've said, my domain is love. Trouble looked at Kurt nervously. She never would have done this, but it's clear that she wanted to see where this was going. Go ahead. Oh no, this is Anna. Am I gonna have to bleep out right away? I get close to him and press myself against him, smiling wide at him. I say, "My good sir, we know how hard it is to organize an evil cohort, but doth thou not see that thy evil ways are foolish? We could easily crush you, but I offer something better in return for your surrender. My love, for one night. Afterward, let me see if your heart still sways towards evil." Anna leaned over the table. Raw! Kurt stared at Anna. Trouble stared at what Anna put on the table. Yeah, because Trouble wants to go down on Anna too. Roll, please. Sweat was rolling down Trouble's face. Anna rolled. 24! He is swayed to your side. He agrees. A grin grew on Anna's face. Well, what's my price then? Trouble gulped. Well, for loot he has... No! Anna's voice became smooth as silk. Roll for length, please. Length and girth, I assume? Both Kurt and Trouble stared at her. She was being totally serious. Trouble picked up a dice and rolled. A 12 came up on the face. That's for her. A foot long, all for me! I dropped my armor immediately and used summon queen-size bed. Anna spent a few minutes quietly describing to the two the very, very dirty things she did to the big bad in alluring detail. She remained in character as she talked through it, using hand gestures to talk about the movements, and never breaking eye contact with Trouble. Oh, dude, that can give anyone a heart attack. The other two at the table looked like they were about to faint. After she was done, she smiled. So, is Baron Dragon swayed? Yes. Trouble didn't even roll. He gave up his evil ways and retired to become a civil servant. Anna got up and cheered. The magic in helping with a secret desire. Oh, okay. You look happy. I am. I always wanted to play, but I don't know. I guess I was worried it was a little too nerdy. Or that I would embarrass myself. But that was worth it. You seem right at home playing a paladin. You've had that character in mind for a while, haven't you? I have. I have a whole backstory for her. Her main thing is that she loves to help people. Nothing is beneath her. She'll help anyone who needs it. Helping people is what I want to do in real life too. It's also why I decided to be a nurse tonight. I really admire people who care for others. Being a succubus can make that hard sometimes, but I appreciate you helping me live out this fantasy for a little while. Thank you. Oh, I'm glad I could help you too, Anastasius, Hero Draconis. Anna giggled happily. So what did... Oh, I can't check it right now. But... Pumping carving, but... well, I totally failed at English there. Well, let's see what we learn about Anna. That she wants to... likes helping people. There we go. I guess we didn't learn anything new. No, exactly. But she likes helping people. How many rooms do we have? 4, 8, 11 out of 16. That is good. Kurt came back to the pumpkin carving area. For the girls, it was their first time. But for him, it was his second. Feeling artistic, Kurt? Yes. Let's try it. You're pretty good with tools, right? Jan hurried over to claim an empty table, and Anna went to get 3 pumpkins, just like before. Are you going to carve something lewd? No. Are you sure? Very. Can you do without destroying the pumpkin? Of course. Kurt pushed his knife into the pumpkin. His hands were steadier. It was more decisive with each cut. Slowly, his creation began to take shape into something more recognizable as pumpkin art, if you looked at it from a certain angle. It was hardly a work of pumpkin artistry, but this time it actually looked like something. He had it carved into the pumpkin the shapes of two figures. While it wasn't particularly detailed, the large breast on one and very long hair on the other made it pretty clear who they were. Aw, is that us? Holy crap, what happened there? That's so sweet of you. Not bad. I'm flattered. What have you got, Jan? Behold. Jan turned her pumpkin around. Jan had spent the whole time making the basic grinning jack-o'-lantern. Anna blushed and turned hers around too. It was still a penis. You said it's an eggplant. Kurt frowned. It was close to achieving his vision. He wanted another try. He could surely do better now he had a little practice. Okay, so he didn't really win anything this time around. Unfortunate. Let's get out of here before they realize what we did. No arguments from me. You mean what you did. As they left, Kurt saw Trouble heading inside with a small group of other people. He was happy that she had found some people to play with. Trouble was always a fantastic DM. Come on, I want to see what I can win. You can win stuff? Oh, we're going here. Okay. I want to see if I can win a prize for Vincent. You guys go on without me. Okay, I do remember that. As Jan wandered off, Kurt looked over to Anna. So who's that Vincent guy? He's a member of Jan's clan. Did we see this already? Yeah, we did. So, let's see here. Well, we have some time together, I guess. We have some time together, I guess. What shall we do? Let me go over there and get us some cotton candy. Then we can figure something out. Kurt saw Naomi hanging out near one of the stalls. She was good at this tailing business. Close enough to always keep an eye on him, but far enough away that he never noticed unless he looked. Yeah. She nodded at him as if to ask if he was going to visit. Refresh the spell? No. So, in order to fix the pumpkin carving, you have to do it at least 3 times. So we'll see if I get the chance to do that. If I'm gonna be stupid enough and die again. Kurt shook his head at her. Naomi raised an eyebrow and then shrugged. When he turned his head back to look at Anna, he instead saw someone else standing in front of him. Wait, this again? Okay. Then I guess we'll just blast past this. Because if you want to see that, you can go to the earlier episode, you know? We're not wasting my time with this one. Huh. We are... Where are we right now? We're in the midway. Yeah, exactly. But we have been to so many places. Have I actually lost track of what we're doing here? I guess. Stop by the fountain courtyard. Because that's the one thing we haven't fulfilled, I guess. Dr. Blankenship was here with her niece, a busty young woman dressed as a cowgirl. We were standing in front of the fountain and Blankenship was gesturing vividly at it while the cowgirl listened. Boobies time, tastiest snack, right, I did want to try that. Try the jelly bean guessing game, okay. Take a break with Jan, already done these 2. Admire the fountain with Jan. Deep fried butter. Admire the fountain, taste. Yeah, let's try a tastiest snack. Let's see if it is actually ketchup or if it's if I am the tastiest snack, you know. We'll see. Wandering around, they once again passed by various stalls selling food and snacks. Anna had gotten plenty of Kurt over the night to keep her going, and Kurt was still full. All that unhealthy food did smell good though. Ugh, I'm starving. Didn't you bring a juice box? You haven't eaten for a few days. Besides those times I was on the menu, Kurt thought. Different dietary restrictions, right? Yeah, that's one way to put it. Neither of us really gained anything from the food earlier. But it was fun, right? Humans often eat even when they're not getting anything from it. You're right, I did enjoy it. Sitting down for a snack was kind of nostalgic. I'm still hungry though, at least Anna can feed just by touching. Fresh blood isn't as easy to come by. Well, that's true. Jan paused and looked Kurt up and down. Yeah, I'm the tastier snack, I guess. That hungry look made the hairs on her neck stand up. Other things too. You wouldn't mind, would you? You want to feed on me? Not all of you, just a sip. Kurt thought about it. Letting a vampire drink from you was obviously a risky thing to do. Moreover, he would basically be filling out the girl's shopping lists. And already had his cum. Once Jan had his blood, the ritual would be good to go. Don't they have to do it at the same time though? But maybe if he plays his card right, he could make it work for him. A display of trust to Jan might be helpful. Or maybe he was just setting himself up for a quick ride back to Naomi. After a moment's pause, he made his choice. Okay, I trust you. Jan's eyes widened at hearing that. It was like a knife in her heart, knowing what the girls planned to do with him. She quickly regained her composure. Thanks, killer. I appreciate it. Let's go find somewhere more private. I'll keep watch and make sure no one interrupts your private time. Jan and Kurt found a nice secluded spot, a small bench sandwiched between the back of some of the tents. With Anna on the other side, no one would see them there. Thanks for this. I never really gotten to feed on someone willing. I appreciate that you trust me. Even after 40 years, it never got easy to control the thirst. It could take centuries. Jan looked like she was desperately wanting to say something, but she didn't. But as far as she knew, he had no idea about it, and she didn't want to ruin what she had with him. Yeah, that's actually a good move. Do you have to be big, strong, and powerful? Or do you want to have someone that you can actually love, you know? Because you can't have both, not as things are right now. Kurt sat down on the bench and removed his evil lab coat. Jan sat down right on his lap. He put his arm around her, and she leaned back into him. Jan relaxed right away. She lifted his forearm to her lips and opened her mouth. She hesitated, giving Kurt a chance to change his mind. He nodded. Jan put a lot of little kisses on his arm. It made his heart race, like her lips were hunting for his veins. That's a pretty picture, even if he is looking a bit concerned. She closed her lips around his arm and sank her teeth into him. Kurt winced. 2 sharp stabbing sensations shot up in his arm, but faded quickly, and after a few seconds, he barely hurt at all. He felt the pull of his arteries, the blood coming out much quicker than it would have if he was simply giving blood. Even though he had felt it before, it was a strange sensation, feeling his blood being drained from his body. He didn't think he would ever get used to that feeling. He gasped when she bit harder, and his vision darkened for a second. He could hear her gulping. It already seemed like more than just a sip. The harder his heart beat, the more she took from him. Her tongue licked up every drop that bled freely from his forearm, didn't let any of it go to waste. He had to really focus and to relax by reminding himself he would be okay even if Jan lost control. For the next few minutes, he continued to let Jan feed. She seemed so happy. Seeing Jan so content somehow made it worth it, even though he was starting to feel a little faint. Jan's hands trembled, and she tightened her grip around his arm. Before Kurt's vision started to fade, she forced herself off his arm using what he was sure was a great amount of willpower. Jan licked the 2 wounds and just held his arm against her. The bleeding had already stopped. Besides a fading red mark, you could hardly tell that Jan had sunk her teeth into him only a moment prior. Thank you, Jan sighed. Thank you. The magic of making a display of trust! Fuck yeah! They held each other for a while longer and waited until Kurt felt his strength return before returning to Anna. Hey, I got you something. Anna offered Kurt a juice box and a cookie. He took them, just like he would have at a blood drive. Thanks, Anna. No problem. Together, the three of them returned to the festivities. So, what else do we have? It's the jelly bean or deep fried butter. Deep fried butter? What's important about brimstone though? Can we guess something from the runes? Gift, a genuine gift. That would be to... dude, I want to believe it's either the knife or the pendant. So it's either Naomi or Jan that receives a genuine gift. But they haven't really shown us any of it. Overcome a challenge. Interesting. Is this teeth or is it horns? Have a 69. Impress the girls. Oh, how do we do that? Interesting. But nothing of those four really explain what we should do. So deep fried butter. I guess it's good enough. While looking around the fountain area, there was one elephant in the room that needed to be addressed. They were all downwind of the stall selling deep fried butter. Behind the counter stood someone in a full-body deep fried butter mascot costume. They stood there, motionless. Many people passed right by, and no one stopped at the stall. No matter how much time they spent in this area, Kurt had never seen anyone buy any. Anna caught Kurt staring. That's Buttercoon. He's here every year. I don't know why he bothers. No one ever buys any. Kinda creeps me out actually. I've never even seen him move. Kurt couldn't see Buttercoon's eyes, but it felt like he was being stared at back. Should we, try it? Yeah. Are you serious? Maybe there's something to it. I mean, if it's here every year, there must be something to it, right? Everyone is worried about, they're even turning blue or gray or whatever. The girls made a lot of unsure murmuring, but eventually they all found themselves holding a piece of deep fried butter on a stick. They sat there staring at it. The smell wasn't too bad, but the sight of all that fat seeping through the batter gave them all pause. You're very persuasive, Kurt. Anya sniffed it. Ugh. All three of them bit into their butter. There was a tasty, satisfying crunch, though half-melted butter immediately drooled from inside. The first bite tasted like heaven. He was sure that a second would take him there. Did he die from clogged arteries? Oh crap, that's them! They turned into butter! Seconds later, his vision started to blur and distort. He didn't think he was dying, but that somehow made it worse. I'm floating in a nebulous buttery void. And then he arrived. Oh, it actually says something here in the voids. Nothing here, but here. Happy Hollow? And there they are, going into the middle of the vortex. And then he arrived. He floated to me, spoke to me. Thank you for your patronage. And we ended up in the forest? Kurt snapped back to reality with a gasp. Kurt, Jan and Anna were lying on the floor in a heap. What happened? How did we... Wait, where are our clothes? Well, hell yeah. Very pretty ladies. At the same time, all three of them realized they were completely naked. Never mind that, where are we? This is... We're still in Mooncroft Park, but how the hell did we get here? I have a very vague memory of taking my clothes off at the... The last thing I remember is... The deep fried butter! What do? We gotta find our clothes somehow. We can't leave the park naked. Interesting though that she got to keep her tail and ears, but if they did remove their clothes in a drunken haze, then she might have chosen to keep those clothes. Dad, can you take us back to the stall with Shadowmancy? I can't send all three of us through the shadows. It's too much. If I don't even know where exactly the stall is, I can't even send myself. Can you hide us in the shadows and we walk there? No. I warp shadows, not lights. I can't make you invisible. Everyone would see swirling darkness. And we have no choice but to... Have to sneak through the fair? Naked? Oh. That was a bad choice for me. But we're deep in the park and the butter guy was by the entrance. Kurt gulped. Is anything happening? Yeah, we're sneaking in behind here. Jan and Anna may have once stealthily broken into a museum, but it was empty when they performed the MacGuffin heist. They had been at this for only a few minutes and already had several close calls. The three of them stood behind a tent, peeking around the corner and waiting for the moment they could dash to the adjacent tent. Now! So far, so good. Hoi! Edmund! Oh lord. After ducking and waving through gaps between tents, risky dashes across open spaces and getting very friendly in tight spaces, they reached the community center. Right, he's gone. Fuck, now where do we go? Half the campus is here. This is the college fair. Kurt threw a pebble to try and distract people from looking their way. No one cared. Naomi wasn't there, but he could almost feel her admonishment for thinking a video game trick like that would work. Psst! Psst! Sarah! What are you... Oh my god. Oh, hi girls. What have you done? There was a butter guy and... Never mind that. Can you help us out? Can I borrow your... I'm not wearing anything under this. Can't you get us some clothes? Hey, I'm running a game right now. Can you hang tight for another half an hour? We can't wait that long. I'm cold. I can tell. I'll try to distract everyone, then make a run for it. Good luck, Anastasius. Ooh! Great callback! Thank you. I want to know exactly what events transpired for this to happen later. Danger! Adventure! Toils, trebuchets, and terror! Join me for a drop-in fantasy role-playing adventure, Delvers of Draconis! Storm the fortress and make a run for it right now as your quest to save the townsfolk from the evil Baron in about half an hour. When I'm done with this session, thanks. So that's what Baron Draken saw. Let's see why he gave up his evil ways. Yeah. And still naked. We made it. The stall is right. It's empty! Motherfucker, it's empty! Barkun was gone, along with any sign he had ever been there. What the hell? Where the fuck is he? Jan, we should be close enough now. Get our clothes. Right. 10 minutes later. Thank God they were in there. Where did Buttercoon go? I don't know, but I got a bone to pick. Question is he gonna still be gone when we go back in time? I wanna know that. Jan grabbed a random passerby. Hey, where did the butter guy go? Butter guy? The guy who's always standing in that stall. There's never been anyone in that stall. It's been empty for years. But he was just... Everyone they asked told them exactly the same thing. Interesting. But Cherry Bomb was talking to him earlier, so maybe she knows something. There was no Buttercoon. There never had been. Let's just do something else. And never speak of this. Ever again. I'm good with pretending this never happened. Me too. Ow! Once in a lifetime taste. Butter is a dairy product made from the fat and protein components of blah blah blah. Dr. Blankenship and her niece had already left the area. But as Kurt glanced at the fountain, the water looked to be running clearer than before. Really? Okay. Oh yeah, Sunday, October 31st, 12:09 AM, so the night is over now. Well, this was certainly a night. Yeah. There was some sadness and uncertainty behind their faces. Oh hey, wanna give her that thing we won? Jan looked between the two confused as the smile grew on Anna's face. Here! Yeah. Anna presented her with a choker they had won and Jan's eyes went wide. Where did we win that though? I don't remember. Because was it Hook a Duck or something like that? Because there was a pendant Anna was supposed to get from Adam. An apology for earlier with the kissing booth. Oh, that's so sweet of you both. If only she knew the lengths it took to get it. I don't even know the lengths it took to get it. Anna put it carefully around Jan's neck, snapping the two magnet-shaped halves in place. Anna got next to her Jan and held up her phone to show it to Jan. I love it. It looks great. She was bashful, her pale cheeks hinting with color. Thank you. We were so happy together, it really made Kurt wonder about how they tried to kill him during the night. Come on, Kurt, get in the picture too. Kurt wandered over and got behind the girls as Anna took the picture. We'll see you tomorrow? Kurt nodded. Yep, tomorrow. He waved as they left, each of their pair looking over their shoulders as they walked away. As Kurt walked home, his phone buzzed. Yeah, that noise really spooked me. Hey dork, you still alive? Huh, I guess her name is censored out for some reason. Oh, Addie, I thought it was Naomi. This is Addie. Naomi wants you to meet her at McThickburg. Burger. Stupid giant hands. Oh yeah, that explains the profile picture. I could use some food. He changed course to head to the restaurant. However, as he walked, he saw Adam talking to the girls. Hey Kurt, how's it going? Lambda Gamma Mu Alpha is throwing a big party to celebrate the charity event. Okay, Lambda Gamma Mu Alpha. So this time it's not a name. Which I would expect from this game, honestly. I invited everyone who helped out tonight. Jan didn't want to do anything to do with Adam, but she looked nervously at Kurt. If you go, we will too. Oh! Let's actually save here, because that one is kind of important. Not that one, let's save over here. But I'm all partied out for tonight because they didn't want to go. We did a lot tonight. I think I'm going to get something to eat and call it a night. Suit yourself, buddy. How about you, ladies? Yeah, I think we'll turn in too. Yeah. Alright, see you all tomorrow. Thanks. See you tomorrow, Kurt. See ya, cutie. Sunday, October 31st, 12:56 AM. Yeah, I think this is obviously going to be the last episode. So I said, why not both? And Anna knelt down and Jan sat up and... no fucking way! It was that easy? That was literally all I said. That is how I avoided death. What does it feel like anyway? The positioning was awkward and it took a minute for them to find the rhythm. Dying! I meant dying. It sucks actually. A little vague. It's pretty hard to describe. Try. Well, I mean, they don't try to chop off my head with an axe, so it's never agonizing. They make me feel good, but then there's this sense of doom. This feeling that it's all over. Really? Sing your own mortality? I guess. But then the next thing I know, I'm standing in front of you, and I feel better. Aw, that's cute. Was that an attempt at a pickup line? Why not? Seeing you does make me feel better. She stared at him before she let out a laugh. Eat your fucking burger. So that's why the mummy chick ran out screaming. It was pretty spooky. Shows you just how dangerous a vampire of her clan is too. Wait, you were still in the bushes by then? Okay, so we're just going through everything that happened tonight so that I know what we went through. No, I would actually have to tell Naomi everything, and every time I went back in time. So he didn't know you at all? Nope, just yelled out, "Hey, Kurt in trouble, great to see." Ah! Sammy jumped up onto the table and helped himself to one of Kurt's fries. Oh, hello, Sammy. I do not know how you survive a day without a heart attack. The cat ate it in silence. All that food and no more fat jokes? No more fat jokes. Seems he has needed to be bribed. I like bribes. Mistress says no more weight comments. So, you're working together? I am to keep those two informed, also Addy pets me. It is mutually beneficial. I also agreed not to mention his eating habits. Mutually beneficial. So you've been watching his deaths, right? Mm-hmm. Tell me about them. I don't think we need to talk about those. Naomi sighed. What has my life become? Oh, here's your ships back. Kurt pulled a pack of Devil's Kiss ships out of his coat and handed them over, careful not to awake Sammy sleeping in his lap. You carried these all around all night? Kinda slipped my mind earlier. Do you want one? Hard pass. What happened after they left? The radio chick filled in, half succubus, half succubus. She was pretty pissed off that she couldn't draw the same crowd as Big Tits McGee. Oh, you heard that. Heard what? Don't worry about it. Yeah, the owner of this place, he's a Yeti. Oh, is he now? Really? Yeah, he and I go and fight every few weeks out in the woods. For sports, mind you. He usually kicks the crap out of me. Nice guy though, always drags me back to heel. How many times have you fought? I'm 9-0, it's a good workout. Speaking of totals, what's yours for the night? Totals? The nut death ratio? Oh, don't get bashful now. I died 6 times and, he coughed. Nutted. 11 times. 11 to 6, huh? So, how did you become a, My mom. She's actually a legend. Selena. One of the best. A big shoes to fill type of thing. You could say that. So, she's your hero? Oh, hell no. She's gonna be upset with her, isn't she? And Naomi. Daughter of a legendary Nimrod, Selena. Oh, oh, of course. I'm stupid. How did she become a Nimrod? Not how did she become a demon. My bad. But maybe still, yeah, maybe. My grandmother's the real hero. Racing two camions back to back and not betting an eye takes grit. Is every night like this for you? No, it's usually a lot of watching, monitoring, skulking. They're my first multi-day project. Most of the time it's just a one night and done. But even my busy nights aren't this involved. Killing Petal is usually the hardest thing I have to do. Petal? The watermelon cryptid thing? It's what Addie calls her. Also the biggest moral quandary I've faced since I got here. It's usually very black and white. I wish it still was. So what did we learn now? Is that... Okay, so nothing here. Collecting swords, straightforward situations. Morally grey situations. Gotcha. So you just keep on trying no matter how many times they kill you? Pretty much. You must be the horniest man in the world to so readily face death like that. Or one of the bravest. I can respect that. The determination, I mean. Kurt gave her a look. What? Don't look at me like that. That almost sounded like a compliment. Naomi looked up from her food at him. It was, but don't let it go to your head. So, are we ever going to talk about the thing? We are talking. We are talking. I mean the thing with Dr. Blankenship. No. What about it? Was it your first time with two women? Well, no. That weren't trying to kill you? Yeah. Have fun? Of course I did. What did I taste like? Oh my god, why does she want to know that? Spicy. What did I taste like? A pussy. Well damn. She is not holding back, to say the least. She started to laugh as Kurt frowned at her. Oh what? You set yourself up for that. Very funny. She leaned in and reached towards him. Naomi wiped a bit of ketchup from his lip and licked it off her finger. Oh. Did I say I didn't like the taste of pussy? Kurt was too stunned to say anything. It was pretty good actually. I kinda needed that. It's been a rough few days. But next time, I'm on top. Wait, next time? I usually like my guys to have more cake, but we'll see. Don't disappoint me, hopefully. Okay. I thought it was a one-time deal, but maybe it would have been if we weren't flirting with her in the beginning of this conversation. I get that you like the girls, but if we don't get something solved by tomorrow, I might have to do something drastic. Kurt fidgeted a little uncomfortably. For the record, I still think your plan is stupid. You should just let me handle this. This is my job. For the record, I think your plan is stupid too. You could die for real. Naomi glared at him. But then she smirked. Look who grew some balls tonight. I just don't want you to die, that's all. You're a good guy, if a little boneheaded. I don't want you to die either. That was quite filling. I don't know where you put it all. You should see Addie, she can put away even more than me. Naomi started to get up with a smirk on her face. Wait, Naomi! She sat back down and rolled her eye. What is it? I got something for you. At the carnival. She raised an eyebrow. Guard reached into his coat and pulled out a knife that he won in the midway. What's this for? Girls don't want flowers, girls want pretty swords, right? I'm still mad at you, but less mad. Naomi took it from him and unsheathed a small knife. She tested the blade against her thumb and found it to be surprisingly sharp. Thanks. Give Naomi a gift at the end of the night. Ow! I mean, maybe I would have known that if I had checked the achievements, but sometimes the amount of achievements you can have is so many. Naomi paid the bill anyway. They left McThick Burger together. I don't need walking home, lover boy. We're going the same way. Oh, right. You know, it could be a pretty good Nimrod. You're certainly stubborn enough. Are you all like that? The good ones are. You die too much, though. Well, I mean, this could be obviously be very good training for becoming a Nimrod. Do everything and just keep on dying with special spells and shit like that until you stop dying and actually learn how to survive. Alright, go to bed. You're going to need all the rest you can get. But good work today. She hit him in the shoulder. I was probably going to bruise. Good night, Naomi. Good night, Theo. Oh, she actually called me by my name. To be concluded. In night 3. Yeah, so that's the end of this game. God damn, that was far longer than I expected. Not just this episode, but night 2 in general. And as I said, I might want to do a special run later on where I try to perfect things, but we didn't really get anything from this. We haven't even gotten to know what the runes are all about, for example. So I don't know if I did good or bad. Maybe it's in the next frame. But yeah, well, let's check that right away, actually. Bloopers are now unlocked in extras. We recommend you to make a save to load N3. Would you like to make one now? Yeah, sure. So right now, you need a burger, not more sex. But yeah, as I said, this was a long game, far longer than night 1. Let's see, what is this? Episode 15, I believe. So 2-3 times longer than night 1, and I like it. It was fun, even if some of the things were a little bit silly. But this is that kind of game that is a bit silly. You know, with a succubus shoot-off, for example. What the hell is that all about? But I liked it. I am looking forward for night 3. But I'm also a bit disappointed in the fact that we don't get to know if something happened with if we got enough runes or something like that. There's obviously going to be an achievement where you get to collect all the runes. I don't know how to feel. I'm kind of tired in general. But this was a good game. I enjoyed it. So thank you guys for watching. And thank you also for donating directly to my Ko-fi page. If you guys want to help me out, you can do so by clicking the link down in the description. I'll see you guys in the next one. And that will most likely be more Seeds of Chaos, actually. Just remember, just because you're not the main character, it does not mean you're not important. Goodbye, everyone.